Take that off. What's up, fam?
What it do? What it do?
Just a little shameless plug up there for you guys.
You know what to do. Just go press the buttons that make the thing do the thing. You hear me?
Yes, sir. And so we're doing something a little different tonight. First of all, welcome to Sugar and Spice. If you're new and if you're not new, you already know what it do, baby. So tonight we are talking about synthetic meats, cultured meats, our food supply, and everything that comes along with that. And we're gonna kind of do it like a reaction video, kind of, because we're gonna be watching some content, some videos that I pulled up that'll really give us an idea of what this actually is, what that means, and what that looks like.
So you're gonna teach us too. We're gonna learn a little something.
Oh, of course, you're not gonna be here and not learn nothing, child. I wasn't a teacher for 2 years for nothing. Not 2 whole years. So we have like a little interesting setup. So if we're kind of looking over here, that's because we're looking over here is like where the comments and stuff are. And then over here is like where the video is going to be. So if we're kind of looking off, that's why. This is our first time doing something like this live. So bear with us on that. But we're gonna try and look over here because this is where the camera is. But if we're looking over here, just it's all good. We're not.
What if I look over here, man? What, like, if I do like that? What
then something just wrong with you. I don't know if that means.
All right. I'll allow it.
All right. So while everybody comes in, we are gonna head into the comments in just a second. And we're also going to make a drink in our new cups.
Hey.
If you see them here, this is our new Cooking with the Catrins cups with the logo on it. It's actually a glass. And they actually came out really cute. So if you want one, you can just click the shop button down below under this video. And that'll take you to the shop with all of our merch. Including this hat that's Donovan is wearing tonight.
And my hand's ashy, so I can't be a good Vanna White. You hear me? But so I'm just gonna do it.
So yeah, if you want some merch or you want to try these glasses or whatnot, then go check that out in our shop down below. But I'm going to put up a quick icebreaker for us to talk about while everybody's coming in, while we're going through comments, while we're making our drink for tonight.
And I'm going to go put some lotion on too while y'all not looking because I wash my hands a lot.
Yeah. And then we're going to go into the content, what you're here for, right?
Hey.
All right, so let me share this really quick. Here we go. I tried to make it a little bit better, but it's being a little weird. So here you go. Here's our icebreaker. Whose house are you going to? Going to grandma's house, uncle's house, one of your siblings' houses, or your mama house? Which one are you going to? Drop it in the comments. And while you do that, we are about to make a little drinky. And Duncan's gonna go put some lotion on.
Yeah, I need some lotion, fam.
So we're making a mango margarita tonight. It's not like super fresh or like super.
That bottle look fresh over there.
I mean, y'all know Donovan overdoes everything.
No, I do not.
But we got some 1800 tequila Cristiano. So that's what we're using for our tequila base. But we're honestly just using some margarita mix and some lime juice. So a pretty super easy, super simple cocktail.
Put a little bit of hard day on mine.
You know, you need a little something
I'm talking about
when you talking about fake meat. When you start talking about fake food, you need a drink, Char. So go ahead and get your drink. What did you guys cook tonight? Y'all know we always ask that. We always want to know what it is that you guys want to see more of, what foods you like, what foods you don't like, so that we can cater our content to you. All right, let's see who we got in the building tonight.
Hey, let's go, fam. Who we got, baby?
Got House of X. Welcome in, channel member.
Channel members up in this thing. What it do, fam?
Yes, sir. Got Jeremy in the building.
What's up, Jerm?
Welcome in. Got Carter's Eats.
Hey, welcome in, fam.
And Carter's Eats does mukbang, so if you're into the mukbang thing, definitely go check her out.
Yes.
We got the executive chefs in the building tonight. Me and I. Welcome in.
I gotta pay homage. Welcome in, execs.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in, execs.
And if you want a cup that'll take you there quicker, get your Me and I cup.
You already know what it do, baby.
Sipping with Me and I. Well, that's good. It's not even mixed up yet.
Probably why it's good. You hear me?
People saying hey. We got the Griffins in the building.
What up, fam?
Welcome in, fam. Let's see. We got Event Yours of Spirits. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
People saying hey. We got Elevate with Burn in the building.
What's up, fam? Welcome in.
Says congratulations on your nominations. Yes, thank you. So if you just came in when we first came on, we had all of the things we were nominated for. And let me put it up really quick while we're talking about it. The Meet and I Awards is coming in January. And this is basically just an award show for content creators, mostly on YouTube, but I think they have included some other platforms as well. But we have been nominated for 4 categories. And then, of course, for the People's Choice, you can vote for whoever you like. So vote for us if you don't know who to vote for. So we've been nominated for Best Cooking Channel, Best YouTube Couple, the Grind Hard Award, the Best Group Collab for our Food Costs Too Much Challenge, and, of course, vote for us for the People's Choice Award. So that's us last year with our awards. We did win twice last year. So we're looking for a 2-peat this year. We're excited. It will air January something, I think the 6th.
I think so too.
You can confirm that in the comments, Meet and I, and also drop the link to vote. The link is in the description below. So if you do want to go ahead and vote right now while you're thinking about it, just click the link in the description. But we'll try and post that in the comment section as well.
And fam, like, just not only our nominations, but there are so many dope content creators being nominated for dope awards. So definitely go and get a list, take some notes, and write them babies down so that you can get connected and linked up with some of those other really dope content creators.
Absolutely. There's definitely more than just us out there. And if there's some content creators that you see that you have not seen any of their content, then go check them out. See if they have something that you might enjoy watching. There's a lot of great smaller content creators that just haven't been found yet. So make sure you go and check out some of those other content creators and vote for us in those categories. Me and I said definitely need 2 of those cups. Yes. Hey. Y'all get your cooking with the Catherine's glass. It's actually really nice. Like, it came out really.
I like them, fam. I like them a lot.
And Event Yours said, gotta get a cup for my drinks. Yes, ma'am. Rooted in Essentials all in the building. Welcome
What up,
in.
fam?
Welcome in. Welcome in. Elevate with Vern. Thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. Let me play if I can find it.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
No, I didn't even think our thing
be
worked
quicker than
anymore.
that.
Oh, that's a vibe. Oh, it's a vibe. And that's a vibe. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vern. Go check out Vern's channel. She has also been nominated for an award. I can't remember which one it is now, but I know she has. And she also has good content, especially for people just starting a channel. That would be a good place to go. She said, put on some lotion.
Hey, now I'm back. I'm back, baby. I'm back.
Shoot, I feel like I need some lotion. Since y'all the lotion. Lotion, please. All right. So for our icebreaker, it says, whose house you going to? Grandma, uncle, sibling, or mom? Rooted said mom. So you like a nice juicy steak? That should be interesting for tonight's conversation. What if you had a 3D printed steak?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
But I digress. Event yours said the sibling's house.
Okay.
All right. So
all right.
Wings, fish. Okay. I think that's wings. Wings.
Looks wingy.
It's giving wings.
It's giving wings.
Oh, we got PBE in the building tonight.
What's up, fam?
Welcome in, Rod. Hope you're doing well. Definitely keeping you in our prayers. Not the lotion bottle. Vern said grandma or mom. Okay. So grandma, I think that's, I don't know what kind of shrimp that is.
I don't know either.
It's shrimp, but I'm not sure. Some kind of sauce on it. It looked good. We got Maria in the building.
Maria.
My mama. Yes, we're going for the 2P. Okay. Driving and listening. All right. Drive safe. All right. So let's get into it, guys. So like I said, the way we're gonna do this is it's basically gonna kind of be like a reaction video. I have a few videos. I don't know if we'll get to all of them, but all of them are linked in the description below if you want to check out some of those videos about cultured meat and synthetic meat and that type of thing. But we're basically just going to watch the video and kind of do like a reaction to it. We will be stopping it throughout, so don't freak out. Why y'all keep stopping it? For one, we have to stop it for copyright purposes, but also, I mean, we want to talk about it. We want to talk with y'all. We want to hear your thoughts. So as we go through the video, if something catches your eye, there's something you want to talk about, definitely call that out in the comments, and we will get to those. But let's see here. So this video is by it's actually from PBS, and it's called Lab Grown Meat is Here, and I taste tested it. So this guy named Joe, I guess he works for PBS. He went to Upside Foods. And I'm gonna share it. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. And there it is. He went to Upside Foods, which is one of the companies that is doing synthetic meats. And I think it's one of the biggest companies that's doing it. There's multiple companies, and I think even like Impossible is also doing stuff like this, even though I know they do like the plant-based, but they're getting into like the synthetic foods as well. So, but yeah, there's multiple companies, and they've been getting some really big backing, some really big investments in this industry. So, once money gets behind it,
it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
That's a fact.
So I definitely wanted to bring this to everybody's attention, because this is real, y'all. Like, this is the way our food supply is headed, and it's scary. I'm not gonna lie. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts, and we're gonna go on through it. So let's go ahead and get into the video. I hope that the sound works. If at any point you can't hear anything anymore, let us know, because you should be able to hear the sound. But let's start it out and let's see what happens.
Hey, smart people, Joe here. I'm about to be one of the first people on Earth
Sound,
to
guys?
eat real chicken grown
Everybody
entirely in a lab. That's right, we're talking the most futuristic nuggets ever. Through those doors, you won't find any real chickens, but you will find a state-of-the-art facility for growing actual meat using biological engineering, not actual animals. The researchers developing this technology think that food like this, cultivated by science, is the way that we'll get many or most of the animal products that we eat in the future.
Okay.
Hold on, though. It was the little yellow arrow that said, "There's the chicken for me."
There's the chicken.
That's what I thought I saw. I made that up.
Go back.
It was like pointing to a little tank.
Grown entirely in a lab. That's right, we're talking the most futuristic nuggets ever. Through those doors, you won't find any real chickens, but you will find a state-of-the-art facility for growing actual meat using biological engineering, not actual animals. The researchers developing this technology think that food like this, cultivated by science, is the way that we'll get many...
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looked like a tank to me, baby. It looked like no chicken.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Is the way that we'll...
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this tank is where you will find the meat. This is where they cultivate the meat, they grow it. They take cells from the animal, which they'll talk about, but they take the cells from the animal, they put it into this receptor, and it basically grows over a period of time, and that makes more chicken. So this is our new chicken, guys. Delicious.
I don't know, man.
And so I stopped it because he was saying that this is the way that we'll get many or most of the animal products that we eat in the future. Like, this is where we're going. This is where majority of our food is going to be synthetically made.
It's wild, though, because just looking at this facility is probably like a multi-million-dollar facility.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and it takes millions of dollars, and that's one of the biggest issues right now as to why it's not at market, is because of the cost. Like, it's very expensive. You see all of this steel and titanium and all of these conductors. This stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
And so it's just way too pricey right now to make it, to sell it. You know, it's like hundreds of dollars right now for like a pound of chicken, right? So, but that's where the scary part is going to come, when they start reducing the price and start taking it to market.
Man.
But let's go.
We'll get many or most of the animal products that we eat in the future. But you're probably wondering one of two things. Why do we need this? And how does it taste?
Amen. Don't need it.
Humans and meat go way back. As a food source, it's been an essential part of our evolution, both biologically and culturally. But over the past century, thanks to massive population growth and increased demand for meat worldwide, the impacts of farming animals so that we can eat them have become really devastating. Ethically.
So One of the biggest issues that I was seeing and why they're kind of going towards this synthetic meat is because they're saying that people are just starting to eat more meat. Like we're starting to eat more meat than we have. But I think that that is because there was this big push for protein, right? Every diet was you need to eat more protein. You need to eat more protein. You're not getting enough protein. We need more meat. We need more meat.
Yeah.
And now you're saying, oh, we're eating too much meat. We can't handle all of this meat y'all eating unless they wanted us to do that so that they can start doing stuff like this.
But I just wonder, like, if you remember during the pandemic, we're having just weird shortages. A chicken wing shortage and just crazy stuff. But we had plenty legs.
Like, right, but we had the rest of the chicken, just not the wings.
And then we had an egg shortage, but we had plenty wings. Like, come on, bro, make it make sense.
And that's the thing. Like, are they going to start making other animal products like eggs and milk and like all of that? Like, is none of that going to come from animals either?
Well, Chad, I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if it's gonna be them powdered eggs that they be trying to feed me, I ain't eating them. You don't have to worry about me. Like if I crack that shell open,
no, it'd probably be liquid.
If I crack that shell open,
just not a real egg, and
it come out like that powdered egg, can't even do with it.
Just powder.
Oh man.
What's up, Kayla Mar? Welcome in. Welcome in. Said, Lord, we have been looking at this. Marcus stays reading about this. It's very interesting. Like you can definitely go down the rabbit hole in this topic because there's actually quite a bit of information on it, but you don't really see it that much.
It's like not widespread at all.
Yeah, like nobody's really talking about
super
it.
Hush hush.
Mm-hmm. Very under wraps, and yes, it's very scary. Like they're definitely trying to run this under the radar until it's too late for us to say anything. Like, Me and I said, okay, lessons. This is like in school when the teacher plays a movie. Yeah, they play that documentary, and you be like, oh, here we go.
What's up, girl? What you doing? Like,
PBE said, Catchers just dropped in to show some love. Gonna get some rest. All right, go ahead.
All right, boss man.
Appreciate you.
Rest up, baby.
Right, me and all my favorite days at school was when they rolled out that TV. Yes. Those kids won't know about that TV.
They won't, man. That TV
on
was
the rolling
old,
cart.
boy. That TV was old. But you just praying, I hope that baby work. Please let it work.
Exactly. Yes, we
Please
can watch a movie today.
It could be the same movie that you watched that last time, and you still rolling with it, vibing with it too.
Mm-hmm. Me and I said, man, nah, vegetarian is starting to look good right about now. Ain't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's move on.
Quality so bad.
Hi, I'm Zoe Gong. As a traditional Chinese medicine chef and food therapist, I love using Squarespace.
We gotta pay their bills too, y'all.
For our health,
A highly contagious avian flu.
There's a warning tonight from the U.S. Department of Agriculture about raw chicken linked to a potential salmonella outbreak.
and especially for the environment. But some innovative scientists think there's a way to make meat good for us and the planet. Instead of growing it on the farm, growing real meat here in the lab without the animal.
I'm Uma Valedi. I am the co-founder and CEO of Upside Foods, a cultivated meat company based out of California. I was training to be a cardiologist, and during that time, I was exposed to working with stem cells, which are these magical cells in our human body that can become anything. So I was taking stem cells and injecting them into patients' hearts to regrow the heart muscle when they had a heart attack or a cardiac arrest. And I started thinking, what if we can do the same thing with meat? If I take high-quality animal cells and give them high-quality feed and food, they can grow into meat. Our relationship with meat is complicated, but if you step back globally, our relationship with meat has always been about love for an enormously, exquisitely tasty product and not wanting to know how it comes to the table.
Moving meat from the farm.
Okay, hold on. Who don't want to know how their food comes to the table?
Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck. People don't actually want to know how it get to the table, babe.
I mean, they don't want to know the process, but they want to know where it comes from. So when I see meat, I assume it came from an animal.
That is accurate.
So it was never in my thought process to say, hey, did this come from something other than an animal? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just already known. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I do care. Like,
I can't argue with that piece, but to his point though, when people begin to understand how your meat is actually farmed, like or when people actually visit a farm and a slaughterhouse, they become vegetarian. Like the sight of meat, like, is just repulsive to them for a period until they forget. It typically come back, but for that reason, I would say that what he said has some very deep validity to it. Like,
I mean, yes, for sure, we do not know the nuances, but the way he's saying it makes it sound like we don't care how it got there, or we don't care what it actually is. We just, as long as we got it, that's it. And I'm just saying that, yes, I do actually care about this, and I feel like people do actually care.
Fair.
Where the food is coming.
I do feel
yes, there's definitely some shady practices. There's definitely, steroid use and pesticides and everything else that goes into our food. And for sure, that's an issue. And I mean, at this point, there's nothing we can do about it. But so yes, that's definitely an issue. However, it was always my assumption that this was coming from an animal.
1,000%. Nah, 1,000%.
So to say I don't care how it gets there or where it came from, like, yeah, I do, because I was assuming that it was from an animal. But now I got to question that.
Nah.
So before I wasn't questioning it because I just assumed it, but and now I guess I got to question it.
I do think that the general assumption by darn near every human being that, all right, my meat came from an animal, is a valid one. But I do think once people start to dig into like how their meat is farmed and how it actually gets to their table, they put blinders up, and it's like, okay, don't want to know anymore.
I don't need to know all that. Yeah.
Just bring that fried chicken here, boy.
Right, but I mean, I need to know the source. Like, you're right, we don't really care too much about the process of it.
Fair.
But we care about the source of it. So, Kmart said facts. Maria said, unless you go to McDonald's, I'm not sure what that comment was for. Like, I don't. You remember?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember what we said on that, but yeah, I mean, even though like it technically comes from an animal cell, like I'm still gonna think it's fake. Like,
that's a fact. No, that's a fact. Yeah, yeah.
So it's
farm to your table uses a lot of resources, especially compared to eating plants. More resource use equals more environmental problems, especially since we're raising 5 times as much meat as we did 50 years ago. And Americans are leading the charge there. Folks in the US eat 149 kilograms of meat per person per year. That's like eating 1,200 quarter pounders. And while Americans love a juicy burger, chicken is king, making up nearly 40% of all the meat that we eat.
There are pockets in which you can produce meat in a very sustainable way that is positive for the environment and positive for climate. But 99% of the meat that comes to our table is produced according to fundamental first principles that do not scale. When you try to raise an animal, you have to feed the animal so it has enough meat on the bone, but the rest of the animal is just a vehicle to get us that meat. No animal was designed just to make meat. An animal was designed to be an animal, love living its life, have babies, heal broken bones, run around, and live as long as it could by feeding itself the food it can find.
One way to think about the environmental cost of raising meat is to look at how efficient the process is. In a perfect, super efficient world, it would take 1 calorie of energy to grow 1 calorie of meat. 1 calorie in, 1 calorie out. But we don't live in that world. For starters, there's a lot of animal we don't eat. Consumers typically go for just a few choice cuts. And depending on the animal, it can take between 6 and 28 calories of energy in the form of feed to create 1 calorie of edible meat. That's kind of like if you bought 28 hamburgers and only ate one of them. Not a great return on investment, especially since we could, hypothetically, take the crops we grow for animals and use them to feed hungry people around the world.
When you have to put in anywhere from 10 to 30 calories of food to make 1 calorie of food, that is an extreme down conversion of energy. So that's problem number 1.
We also have to deal with the gas. Yeah, that kind of gas too.
There's greenhouse gas emissions coming from the animal, whether it's through the burps or the farts. That's amount of that is intense. And that's an enormous problem that's very difficult to track.
A single cow will burp out about 100 kilograms of methane every year.
I don't think he
Adding
burping,
things like
y'all.
manure, growing feed for livestock, and changes to how we use land, and animal agriculture accounts for more than 13% of global greenhouse gas emissions. If we want to control climate change, scientists agree that
Okay. I don't buy the environmental, I don't even know the word to use, but
B word, S word.
the environmental piece of this, I don't buy that. This is going to help. Y'all just saw that 1,000 billion pounds of steel that was in that facility and the energy that's going to take to run that facility. And you telling me that is better than the CO2 or whatever that the animal's putting into there.
A little bit of flatulation. You hear me? Little flatulation ain't never hurt nobody.
The natural CO2.
Grandma food was on the screen.
And not man-made energy.
And she had gas pills. You hear me? Okay, now.
That's what they want us to believe.
No, I can't even get down with it. Y'all know I play devil's advocate, but nah, can't even do with it.
Venture says veggies and vegan is the way these days.
Man.
It's starting to look way better.
Because it's like they stretching like what they was doing back in the day. They just put more cows out there. We need more meat, grow more animals.
But they saying that's going to basically like the animals are going to take over the world because we need so much meat. I mean, or we could eat less meat because I feel like that's actually another issue as well. We actually aren't supposed to be eating as much meat as we do.
I don't disagree with that.
And especially red meat and pork and all of that type of stuff. Like
they said we love chicken though, babe.
Yes, chicken is a big one. But even still, protein in general, you're not actually supposed to have that much protein.
Fair.
Like that is just all a marketing gimmick to get people to do certain diets. But really, the studies are coming out that we don't
get Marcus started.
Marcus, where you at? Back me up here.
We have to get our carnivorous consumption under control quick. Plant-based meat alternatives are having a big moment. But while we're eating slightly less red meat than our parents did, and choosing lower impact meats like chicken more often, the number of people eating plant-based diets hasn't changed much. And the world's richest countries are eating more meat overall.
We keep eating increasing amounts of meat every year, every decade, every century. So that tells me the choice of eating meat is fundamental to who we are as humans. I don't fundamentally believe that we as humans will give up what we love.
That's a take more and more people are beginning to acknowledge. Many believe our species' connection to meat runs too deep to simply erase it from diets altogether. Meat has likely been a part of the human diet since the beginning. Some anthropologists think that our ability to eat calorie-dense animal protein is what let our brains grow so big. Meat is a valuable part of many cultures and traditions too. So getting rid of meat altogether might not happen soon. These scientists think there's a way to keep meat on the menu while making it more efficient and environmentally friendly. And it starts in the lab.
This is what makes it feel like we're in a brewery instead of a meat cultivation facility.
That's right.
So do you just take a chunk of chicken breast and just drop it in, then you get meat?
I wish. That would be a lot easier. We'd have to go in and isolate the cells we want from a chicken breast or a chicken thigh or what have you. In a rice grain sized biopsy, you're going to get 10 million cells, And they're going to be connective tissue, muscle cells, fat. They're going to be all kinds of cells, stem cells even. So we tease those apart, and then we grow them, and then characterize which ones grow the fastest, which ones produce the best meat. We literally do like a little competition, and the best ones are the ones that end up out here. The meat you eat is, of course, predominantly muscle tissue, but there's stem cells in there, there's fat cells, there's connective tissue, there's fascia, there's the fibroblasts that glue everything together, there's collagen. There's so many cell types. Interestingly, under the law, no blood can be there, and generally no bone unless you, of course, buy bone in something. And so for us, it was breaking that down to figure out what makes meat tasty, what makes meat meat. And we had to ask that question because no one has asked it really for 12,000 years since we domesticated the cow. This is where
because we had real meat.
That's tough.
Nobody was asking what meat was because we know what it was.
The question this man just asked is what makes meat meat? It came off the man that you call it. If you call it chicken, it clucked.
It's
you hear me?
Chicken. That's what
if you call it beef, it moved. If you call it pork, it did the little squirrely thing. You hear me?
Like, no one asked what meat was because we knew what it was.
Dang, bro,
we thought.
It's wild though because they're saying that we take the best cells, or really, they don't take the best cells. They take the fastest growing cells. They have like a growth competition amongst different portions of whatever it is that they're sampling, and then whatever grows the fastest, that's our boy there. Race on.
Right. So they just producing it super fast. And you know what happens when you do stuff fast?
Dang.
Oh,
fam, I just wonder, okay, so for everybody who is in the chat, like, and this is I'm going left. I'm going over here. Stacey told me I'm over here by myself. So I'm going over here, y'all. For everybody in the chat, like, if there was if you are in business, they call it the first mover advantage. They also call it like early adopters. If they were to target early adopters, like people who knew what it was, what it wasn't, whatever, like, but for the next 15 years, you just don't pay for meat or what we're calling meat, this manufactured meat. Like, would you guys be an early adopter? Like, let us know in the chat. Like, is this something that you guys would try out for the ability to not pay for chicken or whatever they're going to call it for the next 10, 15 years? Like, would you be first up? Would you be a guinea pig?
Yeah. I mean, don't let our opinions sway you. If you actually like this idea, there's a lot of people who do like this idea.
For sure.
Then let us know. Let's talk. I mean, we're open. And this is a safe space, but
most times.
We'll talk about you a little bit though. But yeah, let us know, like, what do y'all think about this? Like, do you think it actually is environmentally friendly? Do you think this is what we should do to save the animals or not have to, animal cruelty and all of that type of thing? Like, are you for it?
Where we take the food powder that we have and turn it into the food liquid. So we call this feed, simple things we eat every day. Sugars, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, the things you would find in your food. We just blend them in their purified form with deionized water. So there's no bacteria, no viruses. And then this is what the cells both eat and live in.
Is this in a way taking to the place of like what blood would do?
It is kind of like that. It's like blood in the sense that it has to carry the oxygen, but the oxygen is not being carried by red blood cells. It's just literally dissolved and pumped into the liquid.
So cells are not muscles and tissues though. So where does it happen that it goes from that mushy cell mix into what we would think of as chicken?
So we're going to walk up the catwalk. But these are the tissue production cultivators. We invented this sort of technology in order to grow tissue. This was one of the hardest things to do, is to find ways to make cells want to grow effectively as tissues. This is where we rely on effectively what life on Earth did for us for the last several million billion years. We don't tell the cells what to do at this point. We allow them by giving them a substrate attached to. Their evolutionary program kicks on, and they start forming tissues like they would inside of an animal.
So you're just telling the cells, or just letting the cells do what they would normally do.
Right. The only thing we had to do differently up to this point is show them how to swim. They grow floating in a liquid, which is not something they normally do.
Chickens don't swim. I don't think I've ever seen a chicken swim.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's ducks.
Of course, running a facility like this uses a lot of energy. For cultivated meat to have any real potential, it has to make meat in a less energy-intensive way than using animals. Remember that energy to meat ratio we talked about? To make cultivated chicken better than farm chicken, scientists have to get that way down. And right now, these first-generation factories are pretty energy-intensive. But one advantage they have over farmed animals is how long it takes to grow the final product.
A commercial broiler takes about 6 weeks, which is actually pretty incredible to get to market weight. That's through a lot of selective breeding and great feeding practices. For us to get to chicken tissue, it's 2 weeks or less. In some cases,
2 weeks or less from sale to your plate. And it normally takes at least 6 weeks to actually breed an animal for consumption. Like I said, the faster, the more issue.
I got so many questions, Lord.
What you got?
I'm just thinking, y'all, and y'all know me. Y'all know I be like way left field in my thoughts. Like do the little cells and stuff be growing feathers, baby? Or is it just meat?
No, it's just meat. I don't know if they show it in this video.
Okay.
I think they do, but it's like almost looks like ground beef.
Okay.
And then they literally form it into different things, like steak, a burger, a chicken patty, or whatever. Like it's just like mushy meat, and they form it into different things to make it look like what you used to. Like they'll even like paint on the marbling of the steak.
Fam, like I wonder if like this whole plant-based everything was just a ploy to see if we were just cool with like stuff that tasted a little bit off, but it had the right smell and shape. Like, were they just getting us ready? Was that just phase one?
That's what I said. That's why I think that was part of it. I think making people eat more meats was part of it, because now it's like, well, we don't have the capabilities to make as much meat as y'all want, so we're gonna do it like this so y'all can have all the meat y'all want. Even though we really just eat too much, if we being real.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But
especially if it's something I like, you hear me?
Right. Instead of getting everyone's weight and nutrition under control, we just gonna make more food for y'all and more fake food that's not natural for you, so that you can be messed up.
But man, I think they tried that diet route and we weren't having it.
When did they try the diet route, babe?
Babe, they gave us
these fake fad diets.
But listen, y'all. Again, devil's advocate. I'm gonna be to this side.
Go ahead, because I'm ready.
I'm gonna be to this side.
I'm on all the smoke.
Fam, so what I'm saying is like they tried to get y'all to lose weight, bro. They kept telling y'all, oh, America is the biggest country ever.
By saying that,
we ain't used to be like this. Sometimes you gotta threaten people and just show them that. So they know we competitive, and since we competitive, all you gotta do is tell us that other countries better than us, and then we be like, but who though?
And how did we become the fattest country?
Cause they gave us the pyramid upside down.
Exactly, the wrong pyramid.
Then they flipped it though, baby. They flipped it back over.
After everybody was too fat.
They tried. They did the best they could.
Oh my God.
Look, they said, hey, y'all, we got it wrong. Let's flip this pyramid back over, and it'll go from there.
Wow. I'm with Kayla Moore. Wow. We got Rico Bizarre Foods in the building.
Hey, welcome in, fam.
Welcome in. Helmar said, we feel you on that. Chick-fil-A had that cauliflower sandwich. They was prepping us. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And then Burger King ran the play on the Impossible Whopper. Like, it's like, hey, it's Whopper like.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna tell you that it's
Tastes
plant
like meat,
based,
don't it?
but then we're gonna cook it in the grease and fat from a regular burger. So it's gonna be scrape. You good?
Yeah, you right. Look, you right.
You already used to stuff that tastes off and just convincing other people that it tastes good. We got you. We getting you prep.
They get y'all used to those different textures and all of that.
We getting you prep for the next step.
So you forget what meat used to taste like. My thing is, if they wanted us to lose weight, they would have lowered the price of all that at Whole Foods and Sprouts. Exactly. Did they make food cheaper? No.
Hey man, y'all talking that big talk tonight, baby.
Did they take out all this sugar that we got?
What y'all not gonna do is come for Whole Foods though. So
it's not Whole Foods.
Say y'all don't like Whole Foods a little bit though.
It's the government.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, that's part of it anyway.
All right.
Oh. See, y'all make my blood pressure high.
We can be doing a chicken product every 2 days. This facility is capable of doing about 400,000 pounds of cultivated meat at its maximum.
While growing chicken meat super fast is amazingly cool, it's got to taste good too. And I'm here to put it to the test.
First one's actually going to be a fried chicken sandwich that we're going to do.
Fried chicken sandwich is, one of the pinnacle chicken items. So I'm pretty excited.
Why look like a mini sandwich?
It looks totally normal.
It doesn't look
they
normal.
formed it.
But it's a mini.
They can make it as big as you want, baby.
Like, I want to give some incredibly scientific response to this, being a scientist, but like, it's a crunchy, normal piece of chicken. It's just striking me like how regular it is. Got the crunch on the outside, like it has like the flavor and juiciness inside. It's just chicken. It's really good.
I don't trust this man. As far as I can throw.
So what's his background? He said he's a scientist. What's his background again?
I don't know. Did he say?
I can't remember. I probably was like talking in my head or something.
I don't think he really like said his whole background or anything. And I didn't look that up. Maybe I should have, but the reason I don't trust him is because, like I said, I've gone down the rabbit hole with this whole thing, and so many people, like 90% of the people, said the texture is not there. Like it's off a little bit. So to say it's just completely exactly like chicken.
But I feel like his setup was different though, Mama. Them people might have been like tasting it heads up. It's like you can fry just about anything, and it
exactly right, and it's fried.
That's what I'm saying, and it'd be normal. And then they gave my man like this much, like, don't blink or you missed it.
Basically, just crunch with a little tiny bit of chicken inside.
That joint got more bread than meat on it, man.
Yeah, exactly.
There's two halves here, Eric, but I don't know if you're going to get the other one. You took the natural biology of how chicken cells have the programming to grow, made them do this so that when I bite into it, I've got no idea that it's just right. I'm glad I didn't eat too big of breakfast. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this.
Hello Fresh is here. And my beef just got
Don't mind the commercials. They got to pay their bills. Don't mind them.
This is chicken.
So today we're going to make for you a pan-seared chicken breast. It's going to be served with some charred scallions and tomatoes, a little white wine butter sauce, and then we've got some fun garnishes on top for you as well.
Okay. Exactly like chicken. Again, remind myself, this is chicken. If you eat chicken, you know it peels apart. Like there's texture to it, and this is doing that, and it's kind of blowing my mind. I'm just eating chicken. I know I like I said with the chicken sandwich, you just want there to be this like profound thing, but it's just normal. Like same with my food.
Tasting is a magical moment because you're eating real meat. You know real meat when you taste real meat. And it's almost literally like an explosion of taste buds and billions of senses that are coming together. Because as humans, we know, I think, how to recognize meat. It's hard to quantify by science. It's the art.
I'm kind of a foodie. I like to think I have pretty well-trained taste buds. So I went into this feeling, well, pretty skeptical that this would be anything like meat. And I was wrong. This isn't plant products pretending to be chicken. It really is chicken, just farmed in a totally different way than humans have ever tried. But flavor and taste aren't the only hurdle.
No, it's not farmed.
Manufactured.
Exactly right. Manufactured like any other tree. Let me see, because I saw Lamar said Whole Foods is high. We gotta shop there though. Yeah, we still there. I need a Whole Foods that's closer to me, child. Who's regular? Exactly, like regular compared to what?
Like, I'm saying even the clip that's on the screen, fam, like it's the smallest piece of baby chicken that I ever seen before in my life. And it probably took them 200 tries to get this one for the video. Like, boy.
Exactly. Like something just don't seem right about it, y'all.
Hey, facts, Lamar.
Exactly.
That did not.
Feel like
nah, bro. Nah. Because exactly. Chicken, like, you know, like, chicken will have like the little strings there too, like almost string cheese in some parts, bro. Like, nah, man. That stuff was like like that stuff that they fed us at school. They probably been feeding us this the whole time. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right, because a lot of that stuff was not.
Come on now. Hey man, that stuff that we ate in like high school and middle school in these public schools, bro. Man, that stuff wasn't right, bro. That stuff wasn't right.
It probably was that stuff.
Nah, it probably was. Like they was testing us up. So it's probably already pre-tested, babe. We good.
Okay, well, guess
we immune to it.
Look, we didn't unalive, so.
We immune to it, y'all.
Guess it's all good, y'all.
Straight. Straight.
So we need the captors to go to this location and give us the real. Exactly. Let us in.
Hey,
Let us
in. Tell you what, I'm gonna tell you the truth to your face. You ain't gonna be able to air it. I'm gonna be recording too. I'm gonna air mine. Like NDAs, pre-signed and everything.
You have to say it tastes like chicken. I ain't signing this.
Get this out of here. My people need the truth.
Tell them the truth. You can't handle the truth. So I know he's lying. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Y'all trying to play with me. I ain't got time.
Man.
Cultivated meat has to overcome, and not everyone is convinced that it's the solution to meat's environmental problems. For instance, while methane from animal farming is a more potent greenhouse gas than CO2, it doesn't stay in the atmosphere as long. So if a cultivated meat factory gets its energy from fossil fuels, it could have just as bad an impact as the farm it's trying to replace. Growing cells this way also requires highly purified food and nutrients, which are currently much more expensive than what we feed animals. So at least for now, lab-grown meat is considerably more expensive. It can cost between $21 and $236 per kilogram, depending on the type of meat and how it's grown.
So
that's what I was talking about, where this cultivated meat is just way too expensive right now in order to bring it to market, which is why they say they need more money to build bigger facilities and use more energy and more food so that they can get the cost down. I'm gonna need them to make that make sense for me. So that's why there's like millions and billions of dollars going into this, because without larger facilities, and since we're eating more and more meat, we need bigger and bigger facilities to make more and more meat, and it's gonna cost a pretty penny, but that's supposedly going to bring the cost down for the consumer. Okay. George put the thought of my. That's how I feel right now. Like I don't know what to think. So they gonna kick y'all out. I'll be at the door. Let us in. The people need to know.
I got a profound opinion on this, fam, that I'm gonna save for a little bit. I'm gonna sit on it. Okay. But I have a very strong opinion on this.
Jeremy said when he said It all starts in the lab. I got turned off.
That's different. Should all start in the field, Germ.
Right. How it all start in the lab? Like what? It's just
like legit, bro. Like test tube babies, but with your food.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why that's another thing for another day. But they starting to like build people too, like through stem cells. The same way they making food.
You about to get this this little video unaired. You hear me?
Exactly. They about to they listening in, I'm sure. So if we get cut off, y'all know what happened.
You know what it is. We're gonna blink twice if we still here.
We will stick with Whole Foods. That cultivator is nuts. But this is what's going to be in Whole Foods in a minute. Like, this is going to be premium meat. Like, look how much it costs. That's how much you would pay at Whole Foods, right? $21 a pound. Like,
well, y'all asking for my profound opinion, because y'all just keep tiptoeing on it.
You want to say it now already?
So what I think is going to happen, and I'll just be just whatever. I think that they are going to. Oh, I'll wait. It's coming. Like it's coming.
Oh, the anticipation.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Because I got it. It's right there, and I just feel how I feel about it. But I'll wait.
All right, let's keep going.
Instagram, depending on the type of meat and how it's grown.
So the conventional products that are on the market that are produced with animal agriculture have a definite role to play. The plant-based meat alternatives have a definite role to play. And cultivated meat, which we are growing, has a definite role to play. And increasingly, as we go into the next 5 to 15 to 20 to 50 years, I believe that cultivated meat will have a bigger and a bigger role to play. But it's going to take time for transformative change. Because if it was simple to do, we would have done it already. But it's not simple to do because in the early stages, because there's no roadmap, there's no blueprint, you've got to figure out a lot of these things and bring it together. And if you're talking about the future, let's say kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, and let's say if you're a person who believes in rebirth, the future version of yourself will get really annoyed for not pursuing these choices earlier than we did. They'd be very happy we ultimately made the shift. But I think they would watch for a period in history with horror of what we as humans did for short-term gains that caused enormous downside that we had to dig ourselves out of. But ultimately,
will they? Will our kids say, dang, I'm so glad we don't eat animals now and everything's made in the lab?
They might.
They might.
Yeah.
I think they will if they push the agenda that it was barbaric. Like, if I was to just, be born into the world and, like, I saw, like, the cruelty they did to animals and the this and the that, and they made it look really bad for me, I would definitely be like, oh, thank God we're not doing that anymore.
But I feel like that piece is simple. Like I was saying before, again, all right, guys, I'm on this side now, devil's advocate. Like, if we were running a video of that process right now, everybody would be turned off, like what the reality is. So I don't think that it's hard to perfect their narrative. It's just easy, even super easy, super simple, because when you show people the reality of how meat is farmed, like, they are all grotesque and you get turned off. So I don't think that it will be hard to paint the picture and paint this narrative for people 80 years from now, if this is actually the way of the future of how animals were treated and whatever. And then, like, and again, it'll be a person like rubbing a cow's chin. Like,
see, they're already our friends now. We love animals now. We're so glad we don't eat animals. No, for sure. And I know that's exactly what they're
easy,
going to do.
bro.
That's why it's so funny, because I know
easy.
That's what they're going to do.
Easy money.
And that is what's going to propel it forward, because as people, as the new generations come in, they won't know about eating animals. Like, So to them, it will sound like barbaric and crazy that we actually used to eat animals, like
For sure.
But instead of actually making it more natural, I'll leave my piece to the end. Because I have some.
Oh, child, we itching to get our opinions out. You hear me?
I have final thoughts.
Ooh, we itching to get them out.
I'll save them. But Jordan said, but then again, a lot of the meat we eat can be genetically enhanced, so it is a fine line in all actuality, unless you got your own chicken coop. Exactly. So, and that's another argument that people make is like, well, we got these steroids in our food anyway, or oh, they doing this anyway, or oh, all of the animals are sick and there's disease and all of this in the food anyway. So, I mean, is there a difference? But again, but yes, I mean, that's definitely one of the arguments that people make is that, there's already so many issues with the food anyways that might as well make it in the lab. At least it'll be maybe a little bit safer. Maybe, I don't know, but then you got
I don't know either, man.
Got humans doing it, so
bro, all of this stuff got to be tested.
It's never gonna be safe. And something else I was watching, they were saying that like if like it can cost thousands of dollars to make, let's just say 5 pounds of chicken. If like one of those little pounds of chicken is contaminated, like they have to throw out the whole batch. So this stuff can get very, very expensive. And what I don't like, I'll say this piece, even though it's kind of part of my final thoughts. What I don't like about this whole process is that it makes it a lot easier for the government to control our food supply. Because literally we're making everything in-house in this one building. And so I can control everything that you're eating from this one building.
Shut the building down.
Right. So somebody shuts it down, somebody hacks the building, somebody contaminates all the food in the building. You're screwed. Yeah. Because literally everything is made in this one building.
Now that's deep. And since we're here, you think about it like, all right, so in everything else, once the government is able to like truly regulate something, then they take your ability as an individual. They take your ability to do the thing away. It's typically how it works. Not government bashing at all. We talking. So it's like, all right, if this is the wave of the future, and it is, we're gonna grow your meat in a beer canister. That's what you're gonna get, big dog. Like we're gonna grow it in a hopper. Then it's like, all right, is it illegal to have my own chickens? Like, do y'all need to tax that? Like,
can I have my own farm then?
You feel me?
Like can I even eat animals if I want to?
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of where my head goes. Like, it's tough. It's tough.
Or they'll make it so crazy expensive because animals are basically extinct at that point because they're not going to be making more animals.
It might even be protected, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the animals will then be protected. You can't eat animals.
Oh my gosh. Y'all got us down a rabbit hole. You hear me?
Now that's animal cruelty. You going to jail. Like,
for doing what my ancestors have done for years?
For centuries?
Like, come on, man. Farmer?
But yeah, that's what scares me the most about this is that it gives humans, people that I don't know, more and more control over what I do and what I eat. And
not even humans, bro. It gives scientists more control over what you eat.
Which are humans.
Oh, sure. But I'm just like I'm saying, man, like a farmer, he farms. Like he farms. That's what he does. He's tending to his crops, he's tending to his herds, like all of that stuff. But like a scientist, they looking for the next thing. Like they don't. All right, did that, done. Like nah, you need to monitor this. You hear me?
y'all see that? I said not the families at the barbecue. Right? Can you even do a barbecue? So they need to stop playing with our food. I cannot be a tofu farmer. At least our farts would be better, right? Maybe.
Who knows?
Probably not.
They chemical farts now.
It's like probably even worse. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it would be even worse gas, I would think. It's not even natural. Like, yeah, they may. On Disney Xenon, they visited Earth. They were turned off by our food. Yeah.
Kayla Moore on that throwback, bro. Come on, man. Come through with the throwback, Kayla Moore. Don't start that. Don't start that.
My girl in the 21st century.
Come on, man. Then she had her little sidekick, her little friend. Come on, man. Don't try that. Ooh.
Even though we're in the 21st century now. There's nothing like that.
And when you doing manufactured meat and stuff.
Right. Well, it's kind of like that, I guess. In the future, you just take 2 pills a week, and that's all the nutrition you need, and then you just eat stuff for pleasure, not for sustenance. And maybe that is the way we need to go. Like, maybe we don't eat anymore, and we just take a few pills or whatever. And they did that at was that Disney World? I think it was like a ride at Disney World, and you can like pick what you wanted to like focus on in the future, basically. And I had picked health, and they were like, yes, in the future, you'll be able to just take a pill and get all the nutrients you need, and you won't have to like eat. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. But that might actually be true. I don't know. Would you rather take a pill or eat fake meat?
It's all manufactured in a lab that look just like that.
Which one would y'all like, chat? Would y'all rather eat a pill and not have to eat fake meat or eat like actual meat and food and enjoy it in that way? Or would you rather just take a pill, be done, and not have to deal with all this bullshit? John said, that's true, Stacy. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, y'all. Yeah, Jeremy, I can see the pills happening. Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely a real thing. Like I said, that was like at Disney World, and you know Disney run the world. So they probably know something we don't know. We got Trap Vision in the building.
What's up, Trap? For anybody just came in, baby, we are deep on lab-grown manufactured meat.
Yes, we are deep in, and there's been a lot of good arguments, a lot of good questions, a lot of good commentary. So definitely let us know, Trap, would you eat synthetic meat, or what is your thoughts on synthetic meat, synthetic foods? Let us know. Griffin said, we still here, fam, just watching from the TV, so we're not in the chat. Okay.
All right, respect, Griff.
So someone is going to start an underground society with a farm. Right, we're gonna have underground farms. Secret farms and stuff. That would be funny. But shoot, it's real though. Eating food is pleasurable, but maybe that's the problem. Eat to live versus live to eat. You're right.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they started us on all that sugar and whatever, because they want us to crave these foods, to be obsessed and tied to food so much that we can't even really make a decision. Like, it's like we got to do it because we so addicted to this stuff. Like, Marissa said, would a pill taste like chicken? Probably will. Everything tastes like chicken. So
that's true.
That's
true. Hey, that's home base. It tastes like chicken. All right, run it.
I feel like everybody on the pill stuff now. I don't know, fam. That's tough. I like seeing the different types of food, but those pills would be an easy meal plan. Exactly. You want to have the
okay. All right. So everybody on this pill too. So while we're here, like, how does like your favorite thing tie into that? So like a lot of people love mac and cheese. A lot of people love cake, red velvet cake, pound cake, a sweet potato pie, a big tub of ice cream, and you on your pill. But you know what the old stuff tastes like. Where you at, fam?
I feel like it's the hardest for us, the people who know what this stuff tastes like.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, this ain't it.
I'm talking about No, put a little extra sugar in there. Get you some nutmeg, a little cinnamon. Like, hey man, ain't nothing like that, bro. Hey.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be the toughest for people who like know what the real tastes like. Trap said only lab grown I'm accepting is diamonds. Exactly. I'm with you. I'll hunt my own food before I accept that. And that's what we were talking about too, Trap, is you know, like, are we gonna be able to still eat our own meat? Can we hunt? Can we do those things?
Trap brought up something though that was like, that's a good point. So some of this stuff, some of these animals, heck, most of these animals, they open up hunting because they needed the population of the animal to decrease.
Right, population control.
Yeah. So that's different. That's different. I mean,
but that's the thing. I think that actual meat or like farm raised meat will be more of a delicacy. Like it'll be more of a premium because you won't be able to get it.
You starting to tiptoe on my final thought. I appreciate I appreciate you being in my front yard, but you're gonna need to go on back across the fence, baby.
All right.
Ultimately, I think they'll be grateful.
Almost done, y'all.
We woke up.
That was an incredible experience. Honestly, I don't know if that is the answer to all of our problems, but I feel like it represents the kind of innovation that it's going to take to get out of this environmental mess that we've created for ourselves. Even though it's something that felt like sci-fi just a few years ago, it's right there on a plate in front of us. I don't know if that is the answer to all our problems, but it feels real, and that feels pretty good. It just tastes like chicken. Stay curious.
Hey, smart people, I'm back here in the studio with a few more things for you. First of all, thanks for coming on this curious and rather tasty science adventure today. And to let everyone know that you stuck around to the end, leave a comment with this.
All right. Okay. He YouTubing now at this point. He YouTubing. Yeah. He doing this thing, you cute or whatever. It's gonna be cute with me.
So I just want to show one more video. It's like 2 minutes, and because this synthetic meats were just approved by the FDA within the last 6 months. So a big hurdle that they had was getting the FDA approval. And the FDA has just approved synthetic meats. So I'm going to play a little, what's it called? The news where they just talked about it being approved. And it's
well, y'all teaching today. I'm talking about enlighten me, coach. We got like whole FDA approvals and stuff, baby.
That's what we're here for, dude.
Oh man. I think that whole ad want to play. You can just press play real quick over yonder.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is, and it's making us do the thing, guys. You know how it is. You know how it is. We got to do the thing. All right. Okay. All right.
Jeremy said, food is a huge part of culture and society, though. Hate to imagine a world without food. We would gain back like 4+ hours a day. That's true. We do spend a lot of time eating food, talking about food, thinking about food, going to get food, picking up food, dropping off food.
Would you get a lunch break if you don't have to eat?
That's a good question. Probably not.
Well,
but can
that's
you sleep
regulated.
early?
That's regulated though.
You probably would get a break.
You gotta have a break.
Yeah,
every
you
so
probably have some kind of break.
All right.
But it'd probably be shorter and then just leave early. That might be better.
Hey, these people are not gonna let you leave early. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
Kayla said, "Give me a cocoa pill and I'm straight." Cocoa pill.
You can't taste it though, fam. Like, you saying you want a little bit of Hershey's chocolate? Like, you can't even taste the cocoa pill. You swallow it, it's gone.
Mom said on the Matrix they had a pill for food. See? And you know those like movies and shows and stuff, they be
1000%.
knowing because they had showed like a Simpson movie, and it was
the Simpsons were built different.
Yes, it was the exact same thing. It was like the little meaty substance, and it was like, yeah, this is your food now or whatever. Like it was literally the exact same thing. I was like, the Simpsons.
The Simpsons was built.
That stuff demonic. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Something ain't right.
The Simpsons was built different, bro. Like I ain't even gonna hold you.
We have a lab-grown mega fish facility 40 minutes from my house. Oh wow. Yeah, like that's a big thing too. Is like salmon. I know that's a really big.
Hold on, you gotta go to. Just hit all the trap stuff because he going in. It's a crossover of trout and tilapia. It's twice the size of the largest bass, and it's grown from splicing certain fish eggs. All right, go to that last one. The problem with that mutant ninja fish is it's high in omega-6, which could cause toxicity in our system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, because I had seen that too. And like I said, all of these videos that we're showing are down below, but you can go down the rabbit hole with this, and there's like a lot of different videos and information about this. But I was watching too, like a salmon, lab-grown salmon or whatever. And yeah, like they were still working to perfect it. Like,
yeah,
they were like, yeah, we can't even like really show you the facility yet because we don't know what we're doing, basically. And I was like, huh?
Whoa.
But yeah, fish is gonna be the next one that
for sure
they're making.
So we were recently in California, and on one of the tours that we were on, one of the ladies there, she had recently like quit her job and got picked up at one of these like fish manufacturing factories. And she was saying that like it was salmon. It was salmon, and it was.
Yeah, that's what I thought about when I had watched it.
She was saying she was like she hadn't personally tried it, but she had done research and everything. It was like the texture is kind of off. It's like more spongy than normal or something like that. But it was just wild that this was like one of the topics that we had upcoming. And there was like actual real life people that were like, yeah, no. My life will become devoted to this thing, and so it's like, dang, bro, this is wild.
Like, they recruiting, they out here recruiting, they
what,
gearing up.
What the pay hit? Money. What the pay hit like though? So I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, if you get in our startup, probably pretty good.
Shoot, man, I'm a scientist too.
Jordan said they approved it, but it's nasty. That's because they approved it, don't mean it's good, huh? Cameron said, not mutant ninja. Same thing I thought. Not the mutant ninja fish. All right, let's play this really quick, and then we will wrap it up.
Chicken that was just approved for sale in the U.S. could be headed to your dinner plate. Devin Dwyer has the details. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, George. Americans ate 75 billion pounds of red meat and chicken last year, but what if some of that meat was not raised on farms, but instead of high-tech facilities? Scientists say that could be good for the environment and your health, and soon it could be on menus and store shelves.
This morning, the USDA has
always this little piece of chicken, y'all,
to be sold to the public for the first time.
So that's where it all starts, just a few cells.
2 cultivated meat producers now getting the green light to begin commercially selling their chicken, not raised on a farm, but in a facility. The meat is grown using real animal cells and large bioreactors fed with nutrients. I recently got a tour of California-based Upside Foods, the nation's first and largest cultivated meat producer.
You're making chicken in there.
Yeah, so if you look at this is approximately a 200+ liter tank. And we take cells from a chicken or an egg. It takes 2 weeks to grow the equivalent of one chicken, 1,000 chickens, or 100,000 chickens.
So you're saying in this factory, you can make more meat faster and cleaner than an average farmer?
Well, ultimately, yes.
The company says cell-cultivated
That
meat
means
could
no.
help feed
Right,
the
I
world's
mean, not-
booming population using a fraction of the land and water of animal farming and help reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Many experts say more study is needed.
I got to try this cell-cultivated chicken at the facility in California, guys. I got to say the texture was a little bit different, but it did taste like chicken. The company says they hope to get it on restaurant menus in the next few weeks, then maybe on store shelves in the next 5 years. And dozens of startup companies are getting in on the game, guys.
You mentioned the texture. So is it more like tofu?
You know, George, it was pretty close to chicken, but maybe a little bit rubberier. You have to give it a try for yourself. A restaurant in California is going to roll it out next month.
Would you guys try it?
I think I would. I do like the reduction in animal cruelty, but we'll see.
I don't know, rubbery didn't sell me.
I've been thinking about becoming a vegetarian.
I say, think you're going vegetarian, baby.
Y'all heard that they about to roll it out in the restaurants in Cali already. So y'all might want to check the menus when you go to California. Make sure that it's animal or lab.
What it's gonna say, babe? It's gonna say lab fed.
So that was something else that people were talking about. Are they actually going to label it as lab grown meat or cultured meat or synthetic meat, or are they just gonna say it's just meat? It's just chicken?
No, you know what though? I feel like lab grown is the cute thing that we're doing now because we're all suspicious of it. It has to have a positive spin.
Oh, for sure.
I know
they're not going to use lab.
Not farm raised or something like that. Like it'll be something cute.
Yeah,
it'll be nice too. And you'll be like, dang man, I always wanted cage free, range.
Premium. They probably say premium or something.
Never had to unalive chicken.
Clean, antibiotic free. Whatever crap.
Never alive chicken.
Make it sound better. Like, come on, y'all.
Sheesh.
But yeah, it's already gonna be hitting in the restaurants. Like, they're saying that this is like a premium meat right now. Like, people will pay extra for it.
All right. Okay.
So let me see here.
Comments jumping, y'all.
So they feed those fish the same crap pigs eat. If you can start Yuba.
If you start you a small garden of tomatoes, cucumbers, melons, and greens. Any squirrels that try and raid your garden will make excellent gravy and homemade hot pockets.
Oh, you eat squirrel?
Rap is on that South Carolina.
But yeah, I really want my own garden and like.
Well, Trap was saying that you can. What's the name, bro? You can, you know.
I need to. Jeremy said texture is the problem. Exactly. Like that's what I'm worried about too. Like that texture got to be on point because if not, I'm gonna spit it right on.
You sound like an early adopter.
No, I'm just saying if I'm forced to eat it, which I probably will be eventually, I would like for the texture.
Which leads into my final thoughts.
I get what my grandparents was saying now when they said it's the end of days. Exactly, y'all.
Hey, real talk.
Y'all better get right with God, child, because it's
talk.
the end of the world. Because this is ridiculous. Hey, we will be there next year for the cruise. Yeah, exactly. We're going to be in Cali for the Meat and I cruise next year.
It's true.
And I'm going to be looking like this. Be looking at the menu like this.
Would you try it, fam? Would you try the sponge meat?
The question is not only texture and taste, but is it actually better for you? Many times this lab stuff be worse for you than the real thing. And that was another one of my questions was like, how much nutrients is actually in this food? Like, are we actually going to be getting any nutrients from this? Or is it just to say that we got meat? Like,
they said that they put the nutrient powder in there for you guys. Come on, man.
Probably some fake little nutrients they put in there.
Everything that you get from blood and coagulation is there.
Okay. So they will roll that lab grown crap in all urban areas first. Exactly. It's going to be the low income places first.
So here we go. Because you guys wanted it.
Let's go.
And you wouldn't let me wait until my final thoughts. So here we go.
This is final thoughts.
All right, fam. Final thoughts for me. since we're here in Trap hit the nail on the head. I wholeheartedly feel like people are definitely cost conscious and all of that stuff about their food, about just freaking anything, man. And it will be they are going to build bigger factories, and it's backed by some of the biggest names in the game. Like not even in the game, biggest names in the world, like just pouring money into it. And so my opinion, they do build bigger factories, they do build more, and then supply increases, and in that increase in supply they figure out ways to cut a couple corners and they make it cheaper. And now this goes from the premium option, which is cute for now. We'll do that for the folks in California because they like that. Now it'll be the more cost-effective option, and it'll be cheaper. You're gonna pay this much for real meat, and then you're gonna pay this much for the stuff that's made in them beer drums. And then if they get that stuff down to a fraction of the cost, like half the price, whatever, everybody choosing that. They're gonna try it. Like, okay, just this one time. And then it was a little weird, but I could get used to it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We had chicken breast for, $3. And there was enough chicken breast for 2 weeks. And it's like,
yeah, if they make it cheap enough, people will
they
buy
are
it.
going to buy it. Like,
and if you make them have to buy it through food stamps and government assistance,
and all of that stuff, game over.
That's how,
game
again,
over.
They control your food supply.
Penetrated the market, and that's my final thought, guys. That they figure out. Like right now, they're just testing it. They're getting traction. They got FDA approval. They on the news. They got PBS. Like they're doing all of the right things. Everything that you would do to build a mega business. And then they're going to figure out ways to get this cost down. And once their chicken breast and their synthetic eggs and their synthetic beef, whatever it is, once they get that, like they start to sell you on the mindset of this was taken from the sales of the best filet mignon, like from STK, from the best steakhouses in New York, baby. And then you got them there next to each other, and then they get the form right.
They're gonna make it sound better and better and better.
And you like, damn, I'm gonna pay $35 for this, and 17 for this. Oh yeah, we trying it. They ain't gonna know the difference. They ain't gonna know the difference.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like, are they gonna tell us? Or are they just gonna slip it in, and you thinking you eating meat, and it's not?
They're gonna make you want it through the price. They're gonna make you want it. You gonna know.
I'm saying,
what it is.
even at restaurants or whatever. Do they have to tell us that? Oh yeah, this was lab grown chicken.
Hey, it depends.
Or can they just put the chicken on the plate?
It depends on what the regulation is, what the FDA said, man. Like that's real.
Chicken tenders.
That's real. And loving them.
Oh yeah.
Love
I have no idea because
love them. And everybody they go through this period of like reducing their prices on the menu, and everybody just, bro, I got a burger from Wendy's for such and such and such and such. That used to be $12.99, and now it's $7.99. And then right after, it's like the norm now. Then you start just slowly increasing the price. Just slowly increasing the price.
Next thing you know, we still paying the same price for fake meat. Like what? What's the point? But I mean, yeah, again, that goes to they will be able to control what we eat, 100%. If everything is made in a lab, then that means I control everything that you eat.
Whoo!
Said, don't get me started on this topic. I was a purchasing agent for the military, and I've seen this crap unfolding since the mid-2000s.
Man, trap.
You on one tonight. We got Information Man show in the building.
What's up, fam?
Welcome in. Let's not forget about that Tyson chicken scandal. Oh, and the crazy part is Tyson is also investing in this. So Tyson, that makes the real chicken, they invested in this synthetic chicken.
Hey, though. So From a business perspective, though, fam, y'all just got to hear me out. The absolute smartest thing to do.
I mean, yeah, I understand why.
For sure. No, but it's like, but when you got the guys who should be against it, to your point, like, just like, oh yeah, nah, we in too. Why not? But you think about, like, you know, the BlackBerry and everything else. Like, that's how they ignore an iPhone. Like, that's noise. Nobody will like it. Nobody will accept it. Who wants app-based whatever? Then who got one now? You know? So it's like they are definitely doing the right thing from a business perspective. But again, if we stay in woke, fam, it's just letting us know what's to come, because that means that they believe in it too, and they know what's about to come.
And like, so some of my final thoughts is like, why can't we find a way to actually, like I said, actually help people just eat better and make things more natural? Like, if animal cruelty is the issue, why don't we make some type of regulation to where they're not doing that? Or make it cheaper or whatever. Like, why aren't we finding solutions to making things more natural and not trying to find solutions to making things more fake? Like, that's where I'm confused. Like, if y'all can find out, you got all these great minds and all of this money to make things more and more fake so that you can get more money, why not use that same great mind and that same money to figure out how we can actually live healthier lives and actually eat natural foods? Like, y'all can't figure that part out? I'm confused. So, woo, that was worth the wait, fam. Let's get these social media checks, make these products, market your skills, invest and save so we can afford the real meat. Exactly. Maybe we just need to make more money, child, because I'm gonna need to pay for this real meat. And something that Trap said, I think I skipped. Oh, he was saying that they'll get us to try it through TikTok challenges, and that's exactly right. Like, it's funny, but that's true. Like, through social media and other means and big names and celebrities and this and that, they'll start making it seem more and more acceptable, more and more cool, more and more better for the environment, more and more this and more that, till everything is just fake.
So, but you think they're gonna start showing us like you know how the ASPCA be showing you like them slow motion pictures of the dogs?
Oh yeah. Oh.
They gonna show us that of the cows and the chickens?
Yeah, they already got that in the back. They just waiting to roll that out till they want to bring it to market. But yeah, it's gonna be the slow little cows and we're saving the animals. We're saving the poor cows from hardship and pain, a lifetime of pain and slaughtering. You just be looking like, well, dang, I don't want them to go through that.
And they gonna have a name. Not Bessie.
Right. For 10 cents a day, you can help Bessie not be slaughtered by farmers. We hate farmers. They do nothing but hurt us. Like, the next thing you know, like, that's what people actually believe, and you're like,
hey, it's gonna become the truth. It'll be the truth, fam.
And like I said, the generations that come in and don't know about it, like, they're going to be persuaded because they don't know.
It's so tough, baby.
And that's why knowledge is so important.
When you see like how it actually busts down, it's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, Catherine's respect to you, family, you telling the truth. That's what we're here for. And that's why I wanted to give you guys this knowledge and make for it as you will. Like I said, if you agree, because there was a lot of people that I saw that were like, oh yeah, this is great. We can't wait till they can actually bring it to market. We can't wait till they get more money and can make it cheaper. And it's going to really help the environment and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just looking like, y'all really are? But I mean, everybody has their own opinion.
That's true. That's true.
And I
That's
mean,
true.
obviously, there are good things about it. Yes,
Agreed.
it probably will eventually, maybe, be better for the environment.
Would you have a pet cow? A little Bessie?
Not just as a pet. But I mean, low key, I'm gonna have to have some kind of farm or garden because the way things are going, like we won't be able to get food unless it's grown in the lab. Like, and that's scary.
It is, man. Dang.
Whew. Information I say I don't want it. Period. That's it. I just don't want it. Oh, they're not going to tell us. They're going to get Chris Brown singing or Ice Spice to do the fast food commercial, and they buying it. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to get these celebrities.
Bro, y'all on that big talk tonight.
They're going to get these government officials and this and that to talk about how great this is. And
the celebs are already invested in it.
Exactly. And it'd be the main people who invested in it.
And so they benefiting from it the whole time. Bruh.
Exactly. And they just making money off your back. Like, oh yeah, eat more meat, more meat. We need more meat. We don't have enough meat. Everybody's not having enough meat.
Who wants some meat? Meat it up. I'm gonna be on there just flipping stuff on the grill.
Right. And if you can do that, why not put more nutrients into the food to where we need less food? No, you're not gonna do that. You're just gonna make more and more food, so we have to pay you more and more money in order to get food. And if whenever you want us to cut us off, that's what you're gonna do to make us do whatever you want us to do. Because food is so essential to us. Like, so if they decide, oh no, we shutting this lab down, then what?
Gotta eat.
Like, or we shutting it down, or you got to do this thing. What you gonna do? You're gonna do that thing because we need food.
Yeah.
Whew. Wow. There's more hands in this movement than the food industry. Exactly. Right. It's not just the food industry. Like we said, these are people who are investing in this, and they're the main ones trying to push the agenda.
Yeah. It's big facts.
I'm sharing your video on my community tab. Thanks, fam.
Right.
Thanks for the share information, man. Yes, y'all share this out. Hit the like button. Because like we said, they might try and shut us down. I'm not gonna lie. Because we're being completely real on this live. But share it out, like it. Leave a comment down below. Any final thoughts that you have, anything else you want to say. Like, we can go on and on about this topic. But we are going to have to wrap it up in a minute. We got Sharon in the building.
Welcome in, fam. Executive chefs in the building, baby.
Ooh, Sharon. And Sharon actually sent me, it wasn't this, but it was when Aldi was doing the horse meat. They was using horse meat instead of beef or whatever it was. And Sharon sent me that, so thank you, girl. This kind of goes along with all of that, where it's like people just doing whatever they want to with this food, and I don't understand that because, again, food is so crucial.
It's essential to life.
To our life.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be messing with our food supply. Like, it's just like that's just crazy to me. It's the slow-mo for me. Yes, this poor innocent cow. For 5 cents a day, you can help this cow not be slaughtered. It's the move for me.
I grew up in the country, y'all. Hey, y'all gonna have to excuse me.
And they sending all the money to the lab to make that fake money. They're using great minds to make more money for the top % folks and population controlling the rest. Exactly. And the crazy part is, like I said, I can go on and on about this, but Bill Gates.
They bait you in, baby.
See,
they bait you in on forever and ever.
But Bill Gates is a big investor in this synthetic foods, but he's also a big investor in farmland. So something's not adding up. So are you buying up all the farmland so that you can shut it all down and do the synthetic stuff? Or do you want to keep the farmland for yourself and for the elites?
So there's power. There is power in real estate. So you taking us down the path, and you're doing it on purpose. You're doing it on
Trap
purpose.
did it.
You're doing it on purpose. You're taking us down the path because you know that there's power in real estate, and that piece just is what it is. But he probably trying to turn the farmland into marijuana.
I mean, yeah, that's possible too. But Sharon, we're not talking about the horse meat, but that kind of goes into the whole. We're talking about synthetic meats and meats grown in the lab, or cultured meats is what they call it as well.
Yes, Ron, you got to run this one back.
Definitely run back the live.
Super educational one. You got to run this one back.
Very interesting. Not gonna lie, it tastes better, costs less, better for me. Pass the fake chicken, please.
There's an early adopter.
There you go.
There we have an early adopter, guys. We have an early adopter.
So y'all got me fired up tonight. I'm about to storm the grounds of the FDA. Right. We're about to do a march around the FDA. We will not be moved. I've been sharing your video on my social media. Thank you.
Right.
Sharon said, yo, that's crazy. Whew. Yeah, definitely run this one back. I would like to invite you to on my show to talk about the situation in the interview. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's run an information, man.
Yeah.
We can set it up.
Like I said, I can go on and on about this because this is crazy. What are they messing with our food? Ooh. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and watch.
Hey man, they making your meat that's coming out 5 years from now in beer containers. You hear me? And hoppers.
Right. Just imagine your meat being grown in a little cylinder like this.
And then they just inject the fastest growing little cells in there.
Right. They put a little cell in there, and then it just grows. And then they take that little mushy stuff that they get, and they form it into patties and steaks and fillets and fish and all of that good stuff. I wish I had that one to show y'all. I thought it was in that video, but if you look it up, you'll see it's like a mushy, it almost looks like ground beef, and that's what it looks like when it comes out of that cylinder.
You know what's wild though?
And then they make it into different meats.
The chicken nugget paste, like from real chickens, look like that before it turned into chicken nuggets. They just been prepping us for this our whole lives, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, it was bad before, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Whew. I do not like Bill Gates. He's evil. Yeah, he's into some shady, crazy stuff. And they put on that whole facade like they just doing great for the world. Agreed. Bill Gates was born on Mars in a lab in Eastern America. 55 years old. I'm done with you, Trap.
Y'all done struck a nerve with Trap.
Trap is done. I'll contact you. Okay.
All right.
I mean, I ate government cheese. Not government.
She said, okay, we got another early adopter, but she from Cali.
Yeah, Sharon, that said they rolling it out in Cali at some of the restaurants. So
coming soon to a restaurant near you, boo.
You might be able to try it.
Hey.
But yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying too. Like, they make this cheese in the lab, so why not make the meat in the lab? Why not make the plants in the lab? Why not make the things? But again, I go back to the reason, my biggest reason for not doing this lab stuff is because you control too much. That's my biggest issue with it. Like, do I feel like they could probably make it cheaper, make it taste better, and whatever, to the point where I'll maybe eat it? Sure. But my biggest issue is the actual control factor. And if everything is being made in this one place that is controlled by you, then what do I do when you decide that you don't want me to have it anymore? So that's my issue, especially if they do say, oh, now, eating animals is illegal, so you can't do that anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then it's like, I literally have no choice but to eat this. And so now you have all of the control because you're making all the food.
Yeah.
Like it's not just out in nature. I can't just go out in nature and get food. I have to get it from you. So, and that makes it easier for other countries and other people to hack into our systems, to ruin our food supply and all of that type of stuff too. So even if it's not our government,
that's definitely,
it could be other governments that do it.
That's definitely something that I hadn't thought about, like the hackers and all of that stuff.
Exactly. It makes it way easier for people to mess with our food supply. Like, whew, child. Chicken in a can, beef in a can. Yeah. I mean, definitely some of our food is already very questionable.
Big facts. Yeah.
For sure. And a lot of it is halfway fake anyway. But at least give me an option. Like, if you do want to make this lab grown food, okay, cool. But can I have the option of getting just regular animal protein as well? Or like, I have to use this food that you give me? Like, I'm scared. Me too.
Hey, coming soon to a restaurant near you. They coming at you first, Ron.
Right. Callie getting it first. So
hey, you know how it go.
Let them know how it is. And let us know if you die. And that's the thing too. What about the long-term repercussions of this?
So that's the part that nobody can tell us right now.
Exactly. Nobody knows because they
don't. They don't.
So, you know what I'm saying? Is it going to affect us the same way as animal food? I don't know.
Who knows? But, babe, that takes years. That takes years to
exactly.
find
That
out.
takes decades literally to find that out. So, but the FDA already approved it. So, I guess they don't care. I don't know.
Sheesh.
Oh, sorry. So McDonald's has implemented fake chicken 25 years ago. So we've been crying for this. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you though. Something not right about them chicken nuggets, man. But all right, we're gonna move on past that because I don't want the McDonald's tribe coming around here.
Let me already get started on McDonald's. Remember, good birthday just showed us that.
They did.
Yeah, somebody else has talked about that.
And them burgers was like just super big, and they was just like pumping stuff into them. No, that's a fact, Trump. That's a fact, Trump.
Yeah,
that
like I said, TV shows and movies and stuff have been talking about this for a while, so it's definitely it was coming down the line.
Yeah.
Either way. Whew. They're going to send all the real food to the rich people, and we're going to get the factory science food. Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, are you just saving all of the good farm food to yourself?
That's why Bill Gates buying up all the farms because he's saying, oh yeah, no, y'all good for this.
Exactly.
But me and my house, as for me and my house,
right.
We will not be eating this. You hear me?
Exactly. I'm gonna give you billions of dollars for that last stuff.
Hey,
but my family are not eating.
He gonna buy up every farm in the land and make sure that him and his straight for generations to come.
That's wild. That is wild. This is our world, y'all. Not my nuggets. fake. But yeah, it's like the good food, the natural food, the premium food, the organic food. It's all super expensive.
Yeah.
And they do that for a reason. Like that's completely planned out. And we can talk about that another day. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this baby up. This was, I hope it was very insightful. You learned a little something. Y'all had some great insights, great comments. We can definitely either talk about this again or talk about some other subject related to this. We're probably only going to go live one more time in December because, you know, the holidays and all of that. So we'll probably go live one more time. So if y'all have something in particular about this topic or another topic that you've seen that you want to talk about, definitely leave that for us in the comments when you head out, and we can definitely talk about it. This is our table talk series. So we are talking about all topics that you can talk about at your next dinner, at your next, the next time you're around the table. These are great topics to talk about. And we've been having some really good conversations. So we have a video dropping on Friday. And then we're working on one also for next week. Both of those are going to be really, really good.
Dope videos, fam. Dope videos.
So yeah, the one for Friday is already up. So go ahead to our channel, set your notification, and then we'll get the other one up really soon. But we appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming through tonight. Amazing Live fam. We appreciate you sharing. Thank you for coming through.
Respect, Trap.
Yes, thank you. They used to have arsenic in apple juice. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the food supplies have been either fake or tampered with or some type of issue or whatever. And that's why I said, that's why I don't think everything should be made in one place or a few facilities, because it's way too easy to tamper with the food. Like, if you can, you know, all these recalls you see and all of that, like, what if everything was just like made in one place? Then what? Like, so if they recall chicken, they recalling all the meat, like, because it's probably all contaminated.
Throw it in the trash.
And now we ain't got nothing to eat. Like, probably still do. Exactly. Like, you never know. My blood pressure is elevated. I told y'all I needed a drink tonight.
Cheers, Trap. Cheers.
I told y'all it was gonna be a lot. And child, was it? I don't know why I had that up. But anyways, yeah, like, but I'm so glad y'all are here to have that conversation, because y'all had some really good insights and things that we didn't think about. Thank you, Trap, for a 10-piece nugget. A synthetic 10-piece nugget. Let me play the.
Oh yeah, we got to get you your. There it is.
Here we go.
That's a vibe.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think we are out of this thing. Like I said, make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Leave us a comment if you enjoyed this live, so we can do more live just like this one. And till next time, we up this thing. Good night, y'all. Have a good week. Enjoy yourselves. We will see you guys on the next live.